Hello Exiles, it's Betta here again, bringing you an update on my Spectral Throw Raider. So, from last time on my previous video, upgraded a few pieces of gear on that. However, now we have got a different claw, which has now got 420 LE DPS on it, pretty decent amount of crit and attack speed, and that extra mana just to bring our mana pool a bit more up, as our Spectral Throw does cost a lot of mana, and don't have the reduced mana cost of skills crafts just yet, but I will be getting those in the near future. And then we picked up just this random 6 link here, so I could throw in the lightning penetration support, which now pulls us up to, I think we have 44% lightning pen if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, yeah, now we have 44% lightning penetration, which is pretty good, I must say. Otherwise, our gloves are still the same, the belt is still the same, the boots are just a little bit different with some more resistances, just so we could hit our cap over here. So we're all capped out on resistances, except for Chaos Rays, obviously. And then I swapped out the helmet to a stock Conjures, mostly just for the extra life, and it also gives us a little bit of critical strike chance and attack speed, which is really nice. And our amulet is still the same, shield is still the same, nothing has changed in terms of flasks just yet. And then in terms of our skill tree, I've been playing around with getting some life nodes and stuff. I had Life Raker as well instead of using Acuity, and it seems that Acuity is a lot better than going out and getting Life Raker, especially because we have the precision has increased mana reservation efficiency, allowing our mana pool to be a little bit higher, so we can at least throw out 3 spectral throws before we are actually And then for our cluster jewels, it's still the same here. I'm thinking of replacing this medium cluster jewel with this one that I currently have over here. So I have 2 of them, which has got pressure points on it, as it gives us a 5% chance to deal double damage with our critical strike chance, which is really powerful. Especially considering that we have got extra shock effectiveness, which gives us even more damage, especially on bosses. Some bosses, especially the Conquerors, I have been melting them to my surprise, and I think that the build is starting to look really promising. The only problem is that with Spectral Throw, I have realized you need to have a lot of investments into the build, and currently I'm not really rich, as I haven't had that much time to play the game. Due to load shedding in my country, it's been putting me back, but things are looking really good now, as there's no longer any more load shedding, so I'll have a lot more time to put into my builds and to give you guys updates on my progress. Right, with this being said, I might end up switching the build to a Spectral Helix build instead of using Spectral Throw, just because, as I mentioned now previously, that the build is going to get very expensive to try and make it feel really smooth, and I don't want to release a guide to everyone that has got this crazy damage and that, but then it's being gated by this huge amount of currency that you guys need to spend. I mean, let's just be realistic here. Who wants to invest like 20 exalts into a build and, you know, pretty much have the bold work only then, and before that it feels really clunky and it doesn't feel fun because you die and your damage doesn't feel good enough, and yeah, I just pretty much don't want to release something that is not sufficient enough. Anyways, after a few adjustments in that, I rolled this nice juicy map here that I'm going to show you guys how the build clears now and how much better the damage is, and yeah, let's get right into it. So I just want to mention that the only problem that I do run into sometimes is that I do run out of mana, but I will be fixing that with the rings. I just need to find the craft. So we can just casually clear the map here. Pop into Scourge, show you guys how it deals with Scourge mechanic as well. Oh, okay, well, I got destroyed there. That was unfortunate. I forgot that I rolled crits on this map. It's probably not a good idea to be doing Scourge, but I'll be doing it anyway. Just to give you guys a proper representation of the build. Also, I just want to mention that in terms of our auras, I'm thinking of maybe getting some aura nodes in the tree and trying to fit a 4th aura perhaps. I'm not too sure yet. I'll have to do some more digging around in the path of building and see how things work. Let's pop back into Scourge here quickly. Oh, this crit is so sketchy. As you can see, we are still pretty tanky. I mean, we only have about 50%, not even 42% chance to evade attacks at the moment. I'm thinking of maybe getting a 6-link chest that has got really high evasion and trying to replace my gloves and my boots as well, so they have more evasion too, as we blind the enemies, and the more evasion rating that we have, the higher chance we have to dodge the enemy's attacks. I think will be very juicy. Pop back into Scourge here. Probably gonna die again. Let's just hope not. Oh no, see, it's just doing fine. As you can see, that the rays still take quite a few shots to get rid of. It's probably the only annoying thing for me with the build currently. Right, so now when we get to the boss, we just swap in slower proj and we pop into the boss room. Hopefully Veritania doesn't destroy me. Extra crit is pretty dodgy. See, we just need to get into the correct range and then our damage starts to pop off. Do we get him just at the end? Does crazy damage. Very impressed with single target with the bold, but defensively I need to work on ways of making us a little bit more tanky, because there's many times where you do get one shot and it's for silly things or not actually dodging the enemies like I was doing there. Didn't even dodge Maven's little balls. Oh no, don't burn me. Okay, there we go. Get him into our range right at the end of the Spectral Throw, and boom, he's down. And that's that. So all in all, for a pretty sketchy map, I think that the build does really well considering these mods. But I will be trying to improve the build a lot further, and I'm still not going to give up on it because I really love using Spectral Throw, and it's something that has always caught my eye and my attention ever since it first came out. I think it was maybe 5 years ago or so. So If the build doesn't work out how I expect it to, I'll most likely still release a guide, but of course I will make sure that you guys know that you will be looking at putting in quite a decent amount of investment for it to start feeling smooth, kind of like you see now. However, it's not that smooth. But yeah. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this guide update, then I suggest you should hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future bold updates like this one. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.